Hey guys, welcome to another Sims 4 speed build. Today I am working on my save file and I'm excited to introduce the first family that I will be including in my Willow Creek save file, and that is going to be the Wilkins family. And today we will be building a house for them. So let's get started. So the Wilkins family. So they live here on this lot and there's 4 members. So we have Luke, who's the dad, and he is a teacher. He's family oriented and he's romantic. And we have Sophia, who's the mom. She's also romantic, also family oriented. And we have their 2 children, Victoria, the daughter, and Ben, their youngest son. So what I had in mind for this family is that they're kind of this cookie cutter family. They're perfect, they never argue, their house is always clean, and their children are always well behaved. And that's kind of what I had in mind when I was building them and what I imagined them to look like. So I designed them with very, I guess, stereotypical gender roles. So, Victoria, she's very girly, she likes purple. I think all of her outfits are purple. And Ben, he has a lot of blue outfits, just things like that. Luke, I was imagining what a young teacher would look like. I'm thinking he might be like a tech ed teacher or like a fun subject teacher, maybe like English or social studies. And then we have Sophia, who I made very girly and pink as well. And that's mostly because she works at Sprinkles, which is a bakery that I've made in one of my previous videos out here on the Willow Creek business strip. So this one right here, it's a bakery and high tea place, and you'll see that it's actually owned by a different person. It says Anderson. So this is actually, here is Sophia's mom. So her name is Liliana Anderson, and her husband has passed away, so she's living alone now since Sophia has moved out and has her own family and her own house. So I'm not going to be making a video for Liliana because I don't think her house is that interesting. Again, because she lives alone, I didn't really add a lot of items or personality. Just has like a bedroom that Sophia used to live in and some of her husband's like things, like his urn and stuff like that. So yeah, but I thought it was interesting to set it up so that this family had relationships with another household, and together they are trying to make this bakery a success. So let's get started on their house now, which is finished product will look like this on the world map. So I chose this lot for Luke and Sophia because I didn't want them to be too close to Liliana's house. I feel like, when you move out and have your family, you usually are not neighbors with your mother-in-law or your own parents. And so I did move them kind of to the next neighborhood. I imagine it to be like a more new suburb feel. So I did for sure want to give them like a big family suburban house, and this is what I'm building right now. Originally, I was going to make the exterior of the house white, but I just felt like it was too similar to Liliana's house. So instead, I made it very gray. I use a lot of gray brick and gray paneling. And so the house is pretty gray in general, but I did really like how it turns out in the end. It's quite a big house, so it's going to have a master bedroom and 2 bedrooms for the 2 children, as well as a giant playroom. So very excited to build that. And I just wanted this house to have a lot of room for different activities, especially for the parenthood pack, and be able to help the 2 kids gain a lot of skills and a lot of the personality or character traits, such as like the good manners, the responsibility trait, things like that. So that's what I had in mind. I do use quite a lot of items from the parenthood pack, and in general, I'm just trying to make the house look neat and tidy, but also lived in. So figuring out the floor plan right now, I do include a fake garage for all of the houses in this neighborhood. So in Liliana's neighborhood, I don't include garages and cars, but in this neighborhood of Willow Creek, I do. So the Pancakes, they have a garage, and they actually live across the street, which I think would be really fun and interesting because the Pancakes, they're kind of like in a bad marriage. They don't always get along. And then living across from this like perfect family might just trigger Eliza. I just thought that might be fun. But yeah, I also have a lot of areas on the second floor where you're able to look down onto the ground below. I really love that, and I try to incorporate that as much as I can. Sometimes it doesn't work out because of where the roofs are positioned and they kind of like stick out even when you have the walls down during gameplay. That really bothers me, so I don't build that if it's doing that. I just don't think it looks that nice, and it's just really distracting for the actual gameplay. So here on the ground floor we have the garage. We're going to have the master bedroom as well, actually, which is kind of strange because usually I have the master bedroom upstairs, but in this build it's going to be on the ground floor, and it's going to have a kitchen. It's also going to have a pantry, which I'm excited to decorate because I have bought some more expansion packs, so I have those pantry items. It's going to have a powder room, and then it's going to have like this giant living room, family room thing. And then here the upstairs, you already can kind of see the 2 bedrooms for Victoria and Luke. They're going to have a bathroom, and they're also going to have kind of like a storage room, I guess. I had a room for that, so that's going to be filled with, I guess, just like a bunch of boxes and different items. Here we have a big backyard for them. I'm also going to be including lots of activities here from the Seasons expansion pack. So throughout the year, they can do lots of different things as a family, and you can take a lot of cute photos of them as well. Just some quick landscaping here. Again, I just wanted it to look neat and tidy. They're not like super into gardening, I would say, so I didn't go over the top with the landscaping there. Adding the cars, I definitely gave Sophia like a mom van over there to fit the kids and all of the stuff, and then Luke would be driving the smaller sedan outside. So here we have the kitchen. I'm starting off with some gray cabinets just to match the exterior of the house, since all of the walls on the inside are white, and that little doorway there will lead into the pantry. So I do quite like the cabinets that come with the Parenthood pack. I think it comes in a lot of fun colors, and it just looks quite nice. I especially like putting the microwave in that top long shelf there. I feel like it fits perfectly with the plates and the books on top. The stove is actually part of the island there, and I just squeezed in 4 chairs just in case they want a quick meal there, or it's kind of like a breakfast nook is what I was going for. Added a coffee maker. I feel like as a parent, you definitely need some coffee. And I do add clutter to all of the counters here along the wall, and that's because due to the island, your Sims will have a lot of counter space for them when they're making the actual meals, so you don't have to worry about that for the gameplay. And for Sophia's house, as well as Liliana's house, I do include this pastry box here, this cake display. I feel like it just really suits them because, again, they both work at the bakery, and I made sure that in terms of their skills, they both have medium or high baking and home cooking skills. So when you download my save file, certain skills will already be a part of certain Sims, as well as certain relationships. So I mean, Sophia has a positive relationship with her mom, and so does Luke and her grandchildren, so that's already been all set up for you guys. So here we have the pantry. I'm just adding some items here to the ground, as well as the shelf. So I think most of these items are from Dine Out, which I really do like because I like open shelving and I like the open kitchen concept. So to do that, you have to put items on your shelves. And before I bought this pack, I just felt like a lot of the items didn't fit onto the shelves, or they were debug items that would eventually cause different moodlets for your Sims because it's not clean and things like that. So it just always bothered me. So now that I have this pack, I'm just happy that I can use it for things like this, the pantry. So yeah, I add a lot of different items there. Cookie jar, I'm thinking again, these are cookies from the bakery. Some different equipment like the bowls and things like that. So yeah, I took a long time to decorate this pantry because I guess it's the first pantry I've made yet. So I added just a bunch of like almost like anything I could find. I just tried to put it on the shelf. If it looks good, then I put it on there. And yeah, I just tried to fill the shelves up as much as I could. Here we have the powder room with the matching sink cabinet. This washroom is pretty simple, it just has the toilet and the sink. There's no bathtub, no shower. And then over here we have the dining room. So again, I use tables and chairs from the Parenthood pack. And I just feel like this dining room, pretty simple, pretty clean, but all the furniture just kind of matches, like the bar stools here, they match. And in this little corner, I added a little like gardening nook. I don't know, it's like for herbs and stuff like that. So maybe Sophia's cares about, organic and having some fresh vegetable ingredients and using that in her cooking as well. And over here we have the living room. So I have the fireplace, and I'm actually going to have the TV right here, kind of in the middle of the room, which I usually don't do because I feel like it makes the floor plan seem less open. But in this case, I did want the house to feel cozy, and so that's why I included this here. And I also wanted there to be room for a Christmas tree when Christmas time comes. So you can definitely remove like those 2 potted plants over there, or you can put the tree next to the door. I just wanted there to be enough room for you to be able to decorate the house on the different holidays, because I think the Wilkins family would be really into things like that, and they would just be very festive. So here, decorating the fireplace, I really like these little like framed shoes. I'm imagining this to be like Ben and Victoria growing up. And I also chose different items, kind of like, you go on vacation and you buy some cards, or you buy a snow globe, or they decorated eggs one Easter. So it's kind of like arts and crafts from the kids or from their different travels throughout the years. I feel like it's a nice area to just put those family memories and things like that. So here, just adding on some more items, some books, CD, a stereo. And that's pretty much it for the living room, adding that big bin of toys. Over here is the master bedroom. So this is going to be Sophia and Luke's ensuite. And I am giving them a bathtub on this floor. I feel like it would just be more convenient to wash the kids on the ground floor, especially if you're feeding them down here or playing with them. And yeah, I kept the bathroom just neat and tidy, some gray floor mats, and with the laundry baskets. And this here is their master bedroom. So I gave them a gray bed, blue bed sheets. Again, I'm using a lot of the items from the Parenthood pack here, like the 2 nightstands as well as this dresser. And I also wanted to give Luke a spot to work for his own career aspiration. So he is a teacher, which is why I have decided to include the teacher's desk, and maybe he works on his lesson plans and things like that, and does all his like marking assignments and stuff at home. So I gave him the folder, I gave him some awards, and I just gave him this little area there for him to do his work. Aside from that, the master bedroom is pretty much done, just adding like a cozy reading nook corner there. All the cabinets and tabletops have been decorated with different items that I think Sophia and Luke might use. And over here is their backyard, so I'm giving them a barbecue, nice little bench here, and I'm also going to give them some gardening plots in case they wanted to grow anything. And I added a sprinkler, which is a lot of fun in the summer for the kids, and a clothesline, so you can always hang your clothes outside if you don't want to use the dryer and save some money. I also added the swings and a little swimming pool here. So again, just lots of different activities for the kids. They can work on their mobility, and they can just take a lot of cute photos outside and hang out in the backyard when it's warm out. Okay, so the upstairs, here we have the shared bathroom between the 2 kids. So they also have a bathtub, so pretty convenient. And I also put the kiddie toilet here too for Ben. Adding 2 different towels. The pink one is for Victoria and the blue one is for Ben. And I also added a cute rubber ducky there on the counter. So this here is going to be Ben's room. I'm thinking he's really into dinosaurs. A lot of his furniture is blue. And I've also included some bigger furniture items which he might use as he grows up into a child and is no longer a toddler. So he can sit at that desk and chair there and do his homework later on, and you don't have to worry about buying new furniture or anything like that. I didn't put a lot of toys in this bedroom, again, because they'll have a playroom. So I moved a lot of the toys into that room instead of their own bedrooms. But I did add some toys just for decor purposes. I'm thinking that maybe Ben, he's really into dinosaurs and animals and cars. So I just added those figurines there on top. I also decided to add settings for the table. I feel like because their kids are well behaved, so the table's always set. So that's why I went back down there and added that. Yeah, so really cute bedroom. And then this is going to be Victoria's bedroom. Again, I made it very girly. I'm thinking she's very influenced by her mom and her grandma, who are both very girly and run a super girly shop. And so I use a lot of pinks, a lot of purple. I used flowers whenever I could. And yeah, I just decorated her room kind of in the same way as I did with Ben. I added some arts and crafts, and I added some doll figurines on top of her cabinet because I feel like she's really into dolls and things like that. So I decorated both of the children's bedrooms with their personalities and their interests in mind. And together they will be playing in the same playroom, or they might have friends over and things like that. So here is the laundry room. So I have the washer and dryer and just some different laundry items here so that Sophia can do the laundry and keep her house neat and tidy. And then this is actually going to be that storage room that I was talking about. So I added some shelves. I added the boxes that you need to decorate the entire house for the festivities. So that's there right there. And I just added a bunch of other random junk, I think, just to fill up this room. But you can definitely remove the items in there and change it to something else. This is the playroom, and I added a bunch of different activities. So I have that play table there. I have the dollhouse. I have this arts and crafts table. And I'm thinking a lot of these items are going to be pink or purple, and Ben's just going to have hand-me-downs when it comes to toys. So I have a bookshelf. I have another bookshelf here. I feel like a lot of people have this IKEA cubic shelf, and I just decorated it with lots of colorful items. I feel like maybe it's a place where they can dry their crafts and things like that. The toy box and the mini sofas, and yeah, some dinosaur stickers on the wall and different types of posters. I think this is definitely a very fun room as a child, and if you have friends over, they would have a lot of fun together. Finishing touch is adding the chimney now that I know where the fireplace is. And this is done. So this is the Wilkins family house, a very classic suburban family house, one that focuses a lot on their children, making sure they're happy. And I think in general, they're just a happy family. And it was really fun for me to build this house with all these different rooms and have such a big focus on the children and the parenthood pack. So this is it. You can download this lot from my gallery as well, and please wait for my save file and download that when it's finished. And leave any comments below and any ideas on what I should build next. Thanks for watching. Toodles!